Welcome back to another video. It's your boy Unholy Spirit. Today I've got a guide about Restoration Druid. I'll be going through Talents and Glyphs, rotation, 10 man, 25 man, stats and gems, macro, and some additional information if needed. Although this class is so fucking simple, and I will admit, pretty boring once you get to the end game, because you feel useless and won't really heal for much compared to the others, because there's nothing to heal. But that being said, it is relatively fun if you solo stuff. You can run around the hill without having to be stood still, and it's not as boring as Disc Priest. Though it basically is the same as Disc Priest, you're just button mashing the same few buttons over and over. But then again, you can say the same for any other class. Anyway, let's get right into it. So number 1, Talents and Glyphs. So this is by far the best talent tree. So first copy this and pause the video, and this one. Pause the video as I go down. I will go down rather fast, but not that fast so you can't stop it. Just pause the video as I go down. And then the glyphs. Now the reason I used Nourish and not the Rejuvenation 50%, but if they're below 50% HP, your Rejuvenation does 50% more healing, is because it will barely ever become useful. It is essentially only useful in a situation such as Anup Arak, or whatever the fuck it's called, in TOC 2510, whatever, the last boss. Now, since if we were progressing that, if this server was a progression server that was on that now, and I was in a guild that was progressing that in normal / heroic, yes, I would absolutely use Rejuvenation, 50% underneath, whatever, blah 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 blah. But since we're not doing that, it's fucking terrible. Next, rotation for 25 man. You wanna basically cover the raid in Rejuvenation. So you wanna cover the raid in Rejuvenation. You wanna use wild growth and cooldown if there's nothing to heal. Excuse me. If there's nothing to heal, then you use it on the melee group because it regenerates rage, energy, mana as well, but mana doesn't matter as much because mana users tend to have good mana later on. Here we are. Runic power, yeah, you know. So you want to be using this on melee DPS because it benefits them the most. If there's nothing to heal, obviously if there is stuff to heal, if a specific clump of people are taking more damage, it's insanely good too. And that's what the priority is. If someone's taking damage, you want to heal them. Now, Life Bloom is an interesting one. You want to be using Life Bloom when this one procs, Omen of Clarity. Now, you also want to be using, in my opinion, a tracker. So here we can see clear casting proc, and is it buff? Who should I be tracking? Myself. It's going to be coming on myself. Now, what this does is very interesting, and you would have to read your spells to ever know or be told it. If you read your spells down in the bottom right corner here, Druid regains half the cost of the spell, which means it's about 400. It's about 390, obviously, but almost 400 mana for 1 second. If you think about that mathematically, if I had my mana regeneration is 441 when casting, and 850. Obviously, I'm not buffed as much as I could be, but let's just not take that into consideration because it's still insane. Then I am getting literally 400 mana, which is almost as much as my Mp5 while casting in 1 second. Of course, this has to wear off to give me it. This has to wear off, but it's still 1 global cooldown you've used. So it's absolutely insane. So you want to use this in 10 man and 25 man too. Now Swift Mend is your oh shit heal. You know, oh fuck, it's a huge heal. I should have actually used that on myself just to show you how much it heals for. But it's a huge heal. You need to have, I believe, regrowth or rejuvenation. Am I being stupid? Rejuvenation or regrowth. And that is why I have this one. You do not want, at least for 25 man, you do not want your rejuvenations to be off the target. Obviously in 10 man you don't want it off, but it can happen, and it's not that big of an issue because 10 man is different. I will get to that in a second. So, is it oh shit heal? That's why you want to rejuve the whole fucking raid. That's not the only reason, but that's one of the many reasons for why rejuvenation. Anyway, on to the next one. Regrowth. You basically use this on tanks, pretty much, or someone who's going to take a load of damage. It's basically just another hot. Some people like to use it doing Bloodlust. I disagree, since it does not give any of this, which is a DPS increase. So you're basically just overhealing with this during Bloodlust unnecessarily, when you could have increased people's DPS and healing with Rejuvenation. Next spell, Nourish. Really useful spell, especially because I like this spell. So if I do this, this, and put all my hots on, obviously I could proc. Look at that, 9,000, 14,000, and it's casting within a second. Now, obviously, I'm not already paladin. Let's not stop flexing in the comments, please. But really nice spell. Oh shit, just like Swiftmen, but you can use it without them having anything on them, which is really useful. As you can see at the bottom of my corner, 20% it heals for an additional 2% if you have a Rejuvenation, Regrowth, Life Bloom on the target. I believe that for some reason I remember it as stacking, but I might be wrong. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it stacks. I'm almost certain. Maybe they don't. Maybe I'm learning something new doing this. Yeah, they do stack. They stack on the target. Anyway, now that's 25 man healing. You'd basically just want to rejuve the raid, growth the raid. If no one's taking damage, you want to do it to the melee group so that they have a chance of getting energy. Life Bloom, when you get a clear casting proc, you want to be tracking that in an add-on. This is Tell Me When. Very useful. Clear casting. When you get a proc from that, use Life Bloom on one person. Obviously, you can stack Life Bloom twice. You can see the number 2, number 3. You want to use it on a new target. So now you see the proc, I use it on a new target. Okay? Swiftman is oh shit healing. My speech patterns are amazing. Okay. Regrowth, someone who's going to be taking a lot of damage soon, and it's especially good if they're going to continue taking damage after you heal them, because it's basically a Nourish and a Rejuve combined. Nourish is oh shit healing. You just top someone up. Now, let's get on to number 10 man healing. 10 man healing is basically the same, but not really. You want Rejuve about growth on the raid, but it's not. Rejuve is not entirely the only focus. You would be using Nourish a lot more. A lot more. It feels kind of strange going from one playstyle to another. Here you can see 2 clear casting procs. You can easily get 3 sometimes. It's pretty good. So that's 1,200 mana in 3 seconds, which, I mean, that's completely trumps that. I actually realize now that my maths is completely off. That's in 5 seconds. For some reason I was thinking 1 second. I don't know why. So actually the 400 mana in 1 second global cooldown is absolutely insane. That's like fucking 5 times that almost. Anyway, so 10 man healing, you want to be using Nourish a lot more, but you still want to cover the raid and Rejuvenation and Wild Growth, but it's not as much of a priority to cover the whole raid and Rejuvenation as it is in 25 man healing, because there's 2 of you rather than 5. When there's 5 of you, there's 2 shamans and 1 holy paladin, 3 people who's keeping the tanks and stuff up. So you're the raid healer. Although, guess what? Holy paladins do it better than you. Deal with it, honestly. That's why I don't play anymore, because it's like, I can't compete. They're just better class. Go play Holy Paladin. You don't want to play this shit. Anyway, as I said, Swiftmend is your oh shit healing. Regrowth is your they've taken some damage and they're going to take even more damage, or you just want to get more hots on them for whatever reason. You have to make that decision. Nourish, top up, you can use it more. Now, stats. So the first priority is Haste. If you use this talent I'm showing you now, which is the best, unless you're very early game where you use this, you need 8, 5, 6. If you use this, you need 7. I'll put it in a comment or in the description. 700 and something. I can't remember the exact amount because I don't use it. It's terrible. Unless you're not haste capped, of course. You want to basically gear. This is correct. Actually, good. I didn't want to be embarrassed. Okay, so I should actually change that. Almost. I don't have my cloak enchant actually, so I should get my cloak enchant and then change my. But I'm lazy. Like for example, here I have a fucking nightmare tier and a fucking red socket. Like that's the dumbest shit I've ever seen. Here we go. So here's dumb as fuck. Have I got? Is it 2? It needs no. So this is dumb as fuck. I should have a red one here. You never want to gem for that shit. The reason being, if you do the maths, you get one more spell power, even if it's a 9, and this is a 7, so you get 3 more. Um, yeah, honestly, I haven't looked at this. Like, for example, here, this is correct. If you have a 9 here, it's still going to be less, unless you need to fucking haste. Then it could be an argument against it. But then you just do 20 haste here, you would then probably do 23 here, something like that. But to get back on track, you'll want to go for 8, 5, 6 haste. Then you want to go for lots of spell power and spirit. But you don't want to gem for spirit, you only want to gem for haste as a priority and then just full spell power. After you hit 8, 5, 6 haste, you just go full spell power. Crit is not bad in 10 mans, but it's awful in 25 mans. Mp5 is absolutely disgusting. Spirit gives you 30% spell power from your spirit, so why the fuck would you do MP5? Also, MP5 is good early on for healing wise, if you're just looking at, no, not healing wise, as a mana stat, but it falls off very hard because spirit actually gives you more the more you have, rather than less the more you have. Like, the yield is bigger. What have I not? Have I missed anything? Mana, done that. Yeah. Okay, so macros. Yeah, I'll just put these in the description, but mouse over heals. You know, I can use this, and then I can do that, and it heals the person I'm over. So if you were to do that, so actually, I can show you. So it'll heal me now. There we go. If I was gonna do that, it's obviously they looked like okay. Macros, I'll just put them in. I'll quickly go. Is there anything interesting? I mean, they're all just mouse over. Yeah. Pretty much. I don't know what the fuck these are. I always leave them though. I'm scared to delete them because they're probably for an add-on. That's pretty much it. I mean, you don't really need to know anything else. Anyone who tells you otherwise is trying to fool you. I don't know. It's the easiest fucking shit in the world. 25 man, rejuve the raid, wild growth the raid, life bloom on when the clear casting proc is, swift mend when you have an oh shit moment, regrowth if they need topping up or they need another heart or both, nourish to top up, remove curse, remove a curse, abolish poison, removes the poison, and yeah, just poison for every 3 seconds. This is pretty good. Fairy fire, it decreases the armor of the person by 5%. Usually you won't do this. The boomkin will do this. If not the boomkin, feral. If not feral, the feral tank or cat. If none of them, then yeah, of course, if you're the only druid, you'll be doing that. Cyclone CC, this is the best CC in the game for PvE content because no one can kill that person if they MC'd, and they can't do anything either. Rebirth, you want to be using it for resurrecting someone mid-combat. This has a long cooldown of 10 minutes, so do not you waste it during trash unless you're obviously over-geared for this thing you're doing, like Naxxramas. You might just be fucking around, having a good time. I don't blame you, but if you're actually try-harding, progressing maybe LOD, RS 25 heroic, which is Ruby Sanctum 25 heroic, 25 man heroic, and LOD is Ice Crown Citadel 25 heroic, but Lich King specifically is an achievement. Just to be clear, everyone understands, just in case someone that doesn't play well for Lich King. So the achievement here, kill Lich King on 25 man heroic experience. Then I forgot what I said, but I'm really tired. This guy is probably going to be so fucking long to me. Look at how long it's been. It's been 14 minutes, not too bad. I've been rambling on. I'll probably do another one where it's actually edited. But yeah. War Stomp, this is a racial, it doesn't really matter, but it stuns people. Can't really use it for much because it's only good for ads. You can't do it to bosses. This is terrible. I'm pretty sure your rejuve and wellgrowth does more HPS. That's what I got told when I was taught. I haven't done the mathematics, but apparently they do. So this is pretty terrible. It only heals your party too, so it's basically a version of Hymn of Hope. Pretty shit. This is pretty good for TOC PvP. If you get targeted, you hit this. They get rooted if it's not a caster. You're laughing. If it's a caster, you're crying. And Hurricane is an AoE damage ability. You don't really need to worry about it. I feel like I'm missing shit on my keys, but I don't actually give a fuck because this class is so easy. You don't need. Honestly, you could legit play this with just these two. Like if you you wouldn't be optimal, but legit, this class is so fucking easy. You can use them. Pretty sure that's it. That's all you need to know. I will do a shorter version uh, tomorrow probably, and it's not as rambly as this. It will be a more structured video like usual. I just wanted to make this video real quick because fuck it, I want to get a video up, you know. Some people might like this kind of rambling video more. We'll see. You know, maybe they will, maybe they won't. Drop a like, subscribe, comment. If you disagree with something, I would be more than happy to discuss it. If I misspoke, please correct me and put a timestamp. Or if I'm incorrect, put a timestamp and correct me too. And if I'm correct, then say thank you. Like, not thank you, don't say shit, but say, don't, yeah, just like it, I suppose. And yeah, thank you for watching. Have a nice day.